Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to explain about our research project. Our research title is Web Application Architecture. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Furqan from class 3 SG4.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rian Ibrahim Pratama.
So, what is Web Application Architecture? Web Application Architecture is a framework that is comprised of the relationship and interaction between application components such as middleware system, user interface, and database. The general concept of web application architecture is in line with the concept of a browser user who trigger an application that is capable of running in multiple websites. So this is web application architecture diagram. Every web application consists of both a front end and a back end. Front end, also known as the client side, is everything that user see and interacts within inside their browser. The main purpose of the client side is to collect data from the user. It is written of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Second is backend. Backend, also known as the server side of the app. It is the part which is not accessible by users. It stores and manipulates data. The backend process HTTP requests, which essentially fetch the data like text, image, file, etc. called by for the user. Unlike the front end, many languages like PHP, Java, Python, JavaScript, and others can be used to write on the back end of a web application. Next, the types of web app architecture. First, I'm going to talk about single page application. Based on the name of this architecture, it is a single page where all information is available on the same page. It is even known as a type of web application architecture used to manage the component of a web app. Whenever you click something or scroll on this page, only a few elements will change and the rest will remain the same. Single page application works in browser and doesn't require any extra page load time. The single page application only load the information that you ask for with a click. For instance, when you browse through an email, you will notice that every information on sidebar or header will remain as it is when you navigate through the inbox or anything such. This is the other types of web application architecture is microservice. So microservice architecture is a small service that execute a specific task with single functionality. Microservice is that there are some applications which can easily build and maintain when they are broken down into smaller applications which work together. Usually, this architecture was built as a business needed. The last of types web application architecture is serverless architecture. So serverless serverless architecture is a cloud-based application where the application infrastructure and support service layer is completely abstract from the software layer. For years, your application have run on server which you had to patch, update, and continuously look after late nights and early morning to do tends to be unlike aforementioned. You no longer need to worry about the underlying servers. Reason being, they are not managed by you anymore. With management out of the picture, the responsibility falls on the cloud vendors. So you don't need to update, maintain, or anything. You just to give the responsibility on the cloud vendors. But regardless, the cool feature of serverless, in some cases, the traditional architecture outshines it.
Component of web application architecture. Component can be categorized into two areas. First is user interface application component, and second is structural components. Okay, in user interface application component refer to web page displaying dashboard, logs, notification, and configuration setting, and more. They are not relevant to structural development of the application and are more user interface or experience oriented. The second is the structural components, which are the real meat of the application development process. The first is the web browser or client, and the second, the web application server, and third is database server. And then I will explain about advantage web application architecture. The first is create a solid foundation, and then increase performance. Third is potential cost saving, better code maintainability, helps manage complexity, it helps in risk management, and the last is prioritize conflict goals. I will and next is the disadvantage about web application architecture. First is a single web application is able to reach out to all devices. The website must, of course, be programmed in a way it can be shown regardless of the device operating system. If it's not a responsive website, you could experience problem when displaying it on iOS, Android, or Windows iPhone. Second, you will have to spend the money you intended to save developing the application in improving your website. It is of no use to make a web application if you don't to adapt your website in a way it can be shown with quality on any device. And the third, an internet connection will be an absolute must to run it. Otherwise, you will not be able to browse the website, and the web page and the web application will be of no use to you. Okay, next, the conclusion. Web application architecture concerns the design and implementation of computer software that runs on web server. Instead of running solely on desktop computers, the laptops, or mobile device, there is different type of web application architecture and several components of web application. Web application architecture must be easy to use, solve problem after a fast response time, use the last and most secure standard, avoid a failure with self-healing, capabilities allow growth, and ultimately provide an effortless user experience. Okay, and the last is suggestion. From the discussion about this ISAS project, the author hopes that the readers can know more about application architecture.